Hi, Tony DeWitt here, Missouri appellate attorney and a guy who likes to make the law make sense on YouTube. So today we are going to talk about anger. And yes, I still have my eye problem. I'll have more on that in just a moment. Of all of the human emotions that get people into trouble, the two most common problems are jealousy and anger. And a lot of times they are pretty close together. If you get angry, you need to learn to work out the way to deal with your anger in a non physical manner. Because if you get angry with people and you take it out on them by punching them, hitting them, slapping them, or worse, use a firearm or a knife on them, you're going to go to jail. It's as simple as that. The only time you can get by with using a deadly weapon is when you face a deadly threat. And unfortunately, one of the first reactions that people have to anger is to arm themselves. Let's say that you have a situation where somebody makes you really angry. Before you blow your stack and say things that you're liable to regret later on, take a deep breath and walk away. Always walk away. Never resort to violence when you're angry. Because if you do, it's not going to work out well for you. And that is especially true when you're dealing with a domestic partner. Whether it's a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whatever. If it is somebody who lives in the same house with you, you can be charged with domestic violence. And domestic violence is something that courts take very seriously these days. And it doesn't take much to get charged with it, and it takes a lot to get acquitted of it. So, my best advice is when somebody makes you mad, walk away. Take a deep breath, walk away, and hold your tongue. Don't say things that make it worse. And that's especially true if the other person is pouring salt into the wound and saying things that they shouldn't be saying. Someone else lacking emotional control does not give you the license to display the same lack of emotional control. Get up, walk away. If you have to, leave the house and go for a walk. I can guarantee you that walking away from a situation like that will be a lot better than getting into it and saying things that you will regret. There are a lot of times when people close to me, my family, my friends, say things that are very irritating to me. A lot of people think that, you know, they should just be able to say whatever they want. And if you don't like it, that's your problem. Well, in some respects, that is your problem if you don't like it. But the problem is if you say something and you get into a dust up about it, it causes, it is much more likely to cause a problem later on. I have learned more by keeping my mouth shut than by ever opening my mouth. And particularly when somebody close to me says something that really takes a divot out of my ego, I back up, walk away, and I just keep quiet for about 15 to 20 minutes. And here's what I ask myself: will it matter 20 years from now what they said? You know, you're a spoiled brat. Will it matter 20 years from now that they said that to me? Probably not. Will they remember that they said it 20 minutes from now? Probably not. Does somebody saying something make it true? Of course not. So the best response when someone makes you angry is to say nothing and do nothing. Let it pass. And if someone continues to push and push and push and push for a response, the best response is, you know what? I think I need to take a walk and calm down. And go take a walk and let them calm down. Because nothing good ever comes from being angry and acting when you are angry. One of the things that I learned first as a manager was that I should never discipline an employee when I was angry, because I always did more than I should have done. And so I learned over the years, wait a couple of days, then call them in, speak to them, and if they had not learned their lesson, then I took disciplinary action. And if they had, then I let it go at that. It is important to remember that everybody has burdens that they are carrying that you may know nothing about. And a lot of times that motivates their behavior far more than whatever insult they perceived you to cause them. So I offer that because it's good prudential advice. It will keep you out of a lot more problems than you can possibly think of. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, please go over here and subscribe to our channel so you can be notified whenever we release a video here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a terrific day.